Oakmont Country Club.
Soakmont. Let's call it Soakmont because of the rain.
Oh, because of the rain.
It was soaking out there. All
Not
right.
because your pants were soaked while watching it.
Not until
From
the
all that
end.
JJ spawn.
Yeah. Let's do this. Talk a little bit of Oakmont on Father's Day. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Tricks, you know what I'm talking about? That lettuce, that lettuce. Gotta get it. Gotta get it. That lettuce, that lettuce, focused all on the check. Yeah, all I want is lettuce. Yeah, just give me the lettuce. Yeah, just give me the lettuce.
Let us heads. We are back with a special edition of Please Let Us Golf, the podcast tonight. Real special treat. You got the full crew. You got Goldie, you got Adam, you got Jewel, you got Mr. Golfberg. We're coming from 3 different time zones. I'm coming from, it looks like I'm being held hostage here. I'm coming live from the Gulf of America, guys. What's better than that than US Open recap on Father's Day? So, gents, I'll do a little opening it up for here. Mr. Golfberg, we're gonna kick it over to you, put you on the spot. How are we doing this evening?
Oh, I'm having a great Father's Day. I'm just enjoying this incredible day that's just dedicated to fathers and what fathers want out of life and making fathers happy. It's a great day.
Yeah, okay. We might have to pull on that thread a little bit more. Mr. Jewel, it's been a while since you've been with us on the program here. How are we doing?
I'm just glad to be invited. Glad to see you guys. It's been a while. And like Aaron said, glad to be here to celebrate Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to you guys.
Yeah, I know. And I gotta just mention for the listening audience, over your right shoulder, I suppose, left, it's what it looks like, but the whole mirror trick over your right shoulder. What do we got there?
That is something we like to call speed training. So I don't want to mention the name of it. We're not
Boo.
sponsored by them yet.
Boo. God, Jewel's gonna be in a wheelchair by
Unreal.
2026.
That's all right. He'll be using the golf forever right after he gets through the speed training.
Yeah. You remember, Jewel, you
know,
can
I
go to
need the Golf Forever
golfforever.com
before that.
/plug and we'll fix all those ailments. So we're
What are you
chasing
getting?
speed.
10% off with that promo code or what?
We're good. We're 15 for just being a lettuce head. 15% off, baby. Just use plug at checkout. It's that easy.
Under promise, over deliver.
Adam, happy Father's Day. How are we doing?
I'm doing great, man. I love Father's Day. Fantastic holiday. I
believe it.
Yeah. Happy to
You're
be on the
doing it
program
right.
tonight.
Yeah, so I didn't even know if we'd pull this together. But we love doing the major championship reaction pods. We're not recapping shot for shot. This is just raw reactions. The putt just dropped. JJ Spawn. Everyone had JJ pick this week, right? I've called JJ respawn after that. Yeah, Adam, you did have an early call. You're on Team JJ, but I think that was a little bit I don't know.
I did one DFS lineup, just one, and JJ was in it. Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I was in on him. I was in on him.
You
I may not have been calling him, on Thursday, but
you threw that $5 lineup out there and you locked in JJ.
it was a milli. Okay, it was a milli. Come on.
So guys,
Adam knew that he had that 2022 Valero Championship win and Players Championship runner-up this year. Is like, gosh, this guy's hot. He's got a chance.
He used the ultimate course fit.
I do appreciate that JJ warmed us up a little bit at the beginning of the year, though, with the tournament with Rory. It kind of, what was he doing there? We're like, get out of here. Rory needs to win this. Takes him to a playoff. We're like, he's gonna fold though, right? And he does. It's too hard to go up against Rory in a playoff. But kind of like, who is this dude? I think I've seen his name again maybe once on the leaderboard since then. And then he's just, when he came up, it's like, okay, this guy can play.
And if you think about that experience, and then JJ, there's a weather delay, and he's coming back, and he's looking at this board, and he goes like, "I went toe to toe with Rory effing McIlroy. Who am I worried about? Sam Burns? Right. Nobody was worried about Sam Burns. He was never winning that tournament. I'm not anti Sam Burns, but enough evidence has showed he was not going to win that major championship. But
he's a tracking guy.
That was a tough no drop though on 15.
You see, who is it? Kyle Porter went out there and walked where his divot was, and it just absolutely caked with shit.
The thing is, you couldn't see. You have to be able to see the standing water. That's apparently the rule. If you don't see the standing water,
when you step down, it has to come up around your heel.
Yeah, that's it. I don't know, man. That was it was pretty juicy out there.
Rules of golf.
That practice swing, he just splattered water everywhere.
That was a jewel practice swing, man.
Yeah.
He was trying to sell it.
Hey, we're not giving out US Open trophies, baby. Gotta earn it.
No. So, guys, I do have some general thoughts on Oakmont, but I do want to give our flowers on a more serious to Mr. JJ Spawn, because this tournament was getting a little scary. We had big Bobby Mack, which maybe some people would have been okay with it, but there's been reports over the last year or two that he's got some oddities that I don't think we really want to be riding for him of winning.
Oh, really?
Yeah, let alone at Oakmont. He's got some weird comments out there that are not really my favorite. You had Tyrrell Hatton that you knew the eject was coming. It was just so sweet to see him get the tie for the lead, and you knew the blow up was coming, but to do it in such epic fashion. Yeah, my mother-in-law doesn't watch golf, is checking the last few holes out, and when he has the blow up on 17 and like rips the towel from the caddy, she was like, "Who is that?" I was like, exactly.
That was just super cool to just literally see a pro golfer in that position at that angle. Going to he was just in jail. Even he can't hit that shot, so you don't have to feel bad. Like, no, I don't know who could.
Yeah, no, he made the error off the tee, having that didn't have the power to get there, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so JJ, man,
not using that speed stick.
He's got, yeah. Well, even you talk about speed stick, JJ driving the 17th, he was only coming in with 175 ball speed into that. And maybe, it kind of reminds me a little bit of Morikawa. Was that 17th in was it the PGA Championship at TPC Hardin Park? They had that drivable par 4, and it was like 280, 285. And the problem was all the big hitters that were up there had to like try to take a ton off a driver, and nobody could do it. And if they hit 3 wood, they were coming up just a little short. And it was like a perfect cut full driver for Morikawa. And it was almost like, I mean, JJ stepped on it, but it was just like his perfect max number to be able to hold that green without having to like overdo the cut. It was just kind of his natural shape and just ripped it, man. But what a freaking golf shot.
I know he swings a little slower, but we were talking about accuracy over distance last week, you know, and that's why I thought Bryson, Rory, I don't know.
Yeah, we were out on the bond, even though Adam did say he was kind of high on Rory, which is odd because Rory's like shot 83 rounds in a row going into that, and now he's like a bitch about everything. But yeah, that's another story for later. But yeah, we were pretty much all in on accuracy. This is going to be the one place where, and like, look, Sam Burns and Adam Scott going into the final round hit the most fairways, and it's like there's a reason why they were where they were. And what happened once it started raining and then started missing fairways, bogeys, doubles. But yeah, so JJ just finishing, the 2-putt was epic, but we did call the, we've had some recent traction from the Masters. Mr. Golfberg gave us the story of DeMarco in 2004 giving Phil the line.
That was so funny, dude.
So we had a little mini DeMarco situation here with Hovland hitting right behind JJ on the final hole, but obviously not anywhere near as egregious. But man, nobody, that putt all day, everybody missed it low right. 50 guys putted from 20 to 50 feet on that line. Everyone missed it low right. So I guess getting to see one right before helped. But holy shit, dude!
I can't believe he made that putt. That was electric. That was insane.
Yeah,
and it makes me think though he probably would have hit his like Victor's if he hadn't seen that. It would just have been a little past it.
Yeah.
Because
which is not the putt that you want to win the U.S. Open.
No,
that might have been like maybe a 3-footer coming back. You think?
Yeah, but it was bending. Like it was like outside the hole. Yeah, that's the problem.
I was feeling a little tired, and I'm like, shit, if these guys can just tie, and we don't get the playoff till tomorrow, we don't have to podcast till tomorrow. So I was I'm like. JJ puts it there. I'm like, that's 3-putt territory. And then Vic DeMarco's him. And I'm like, we're fine. All right, let's go.
Victor DeMarco. But yeah, so I don't know. So, I mean, we can get back to JJ. But so, Jewel, what were your general overall thoughts, feelings of Oakmont? Because we were all amped for Oakmont. It's, I think, generally probably one of our top couple US Open venues. But you said you were out there with the real folks and you're getting some mixed reviews. So what are your thoughts?
I think it's just unfortunate, right? The golf course was set up perfectly. We got a lot of weather. We got a lot of rain, and there's nothing they could have done about it. I think we just got unlucky, and that brought a lot of other people into play. The wet conditions, the softness to the golf course. We lost what we expect from a US Open, and it looked incredible. Like, it was prepared. I think it was ready for us to have a great Open championship, but we got unfortunate. But I tell you what, man, JJ Spawn freaking 40, what do you get? 40, 32. That's a fucking round of golf
Yeah.
on a Sunday at a major. Like, holy shit. That was
Yeah.
incredible. He
Yeah,
birdied 4 of the last 7 holes to win this Open.
Not an easy
Dude
stretch of
played
golf
it.
either.
No, dude played some golf. That was pretty cool to see, and, oh, man,
It was
Stan
good to see somebody go win it, right?
Yeah,
Because
he
that's what
definitely
sucks.
yeah,
Because
yeah, he did take it.
All Sunday was just everyone just going back, 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 back. So it was kind of like, God, that's when everyone would say, "Is like +3. Is like Scotty going to get the +3?" So it was cool to see someone just grab by the balls and go win that thing.
But like you said, I think it is a little counterintuitive that like the elements get crazy and the course is so hard. So that brings everyone else into play. Like you would think it'd be a separator, but maybe the good players were just too far behind initially. So there was nowhere to go.
Yeah, there was.
I just remember anytime Tiger was in a tournament and it started raining, you're like, everyone's screwed. Like he's 100 times better than people when it gets difficult.
Yeah.
Who's our guy like that now? I mean, Scotty was trying, but.
And I think the weird thing about Oakmont too is like the rain eliminates like the contours and the spice of the greens, but on the flip side, it makes the 5.5-inch rough literally unplayable. So it goes from extremely difficult to like almost impossible. But I really wanted to see this tournament with firm and fast greens. And I wonder what would have happened to the winning score. Like maybe it ends up being somewhere around the same. You just get there through a completely different means, right? But I still think hitting the fairway and the accuracy would have been paramount. But I don't know, man. Like, because you still saw some ejection on the greens, but really by the time the second rains came in Saturday morning, and then today, it just seeing the balls just stop there. But you go and like, but what if they weren't stopping there? How freaking hard would that have been?
It just the second a guy's in the rough, he's screwed. And if you could just stay out of it or just manage it, you had a chance.
God, that rough. What is it? We were talking about the left on 9, where it's just like, what is it? It's like some.
So thick.
It's like
Aaron Hills.
It's like fescue, but it's like got a comb over. It's like just
it's like the DT.
It's like it's the Donald Trump fescue over there, dude.
Well, and they made it like lateral, like OB. It's like, look, if you hit it into this stuff, like you're not gonna hit it out. Like you're gonna be taking a drop. You're not hitting it out.
Though.
Yeah, I was shocked he did. Yeah, he did.
I was surprised too because Scotty took a drop yesterday.
Yeah, most people were dropping out of that, but I guess, you can't really see directly over the ball. Maybe I guess he had enough to hack it out. But yeah, most everybody, because the people that tried to play out of it took like triples. Triples are best. But Adam, as our architect historian, how are we feeling post Oakmont?
Oh man, it was a really weird tournament.
Our
Obviously,
in-house architect.
Yeah.
Sorry, just keep going.
Really weird tournament. Obviously, we would have preferred it to play firm and fast. I think that's when the golf course kind of shines and the golf gets very interesting, and just I think you get kind of those big horses can kind of go to the top of the leaderboard. But hey, we got a different golf tournament, okay? And I still think it was fantastic. I mean, the absolute just carnage once the rain came in today. It got so hard, and I think some of the TrackMan guys got exposed, out in the elements. They got blown out to sea. It was a hitters only golf course coming down the stretch. And you got to hit golf shots. I mean, you're going to get, some rub of the greens out there in the fairway, Obviously, Burns had one himself, but you got to hit golf shots. And Bobby Mack, he's one of those guys. He's not the longest hitter. He hits golf shots, and I think JJ is one of those guys too. So I don't know, man. I thought it was a good tournament. It was a great ending.
You talk about hitting golf shots. I'm looking at the leaderboard here. So obviously you just talked about JJ and Robbie Mack. Well, Vic coming with a solo third just never even remotely seemed like he was actually in the tournament. Like I've never seen a guy like you saw him so many putts today, like Adam Scott. And I'm not talking about just like the 50 footers that you don't expect to make that almost went in. Vic, he doesn't even like flirt with the hole. Like they weren't even like, oh man, just the pace was a little off, or oh, it burned an edge. Like Scotty had 6 lip outs over the weekend or some crazy stat. Like he was just like missing the hole by like half a flag stick. I was like, bro, can you like bring somebody in to help read these putts, because you're better than that. Hatton, Law, Ortiz, that was a pretender. Rahm birdieing the last 3 holes to get into that T7, and you go to this is what Scotty. Every time I watch Scotty play, he looked bad. Like he was off all week, and he still's 4 over with egregious putting stats. And like really, so it just goes to show you, like he is miles ahead of everybody else, because it was truly probably his like C- D+ game, and he's still T7 that Oakmont. But I don't know.
And I can't think of a player since Tiger that kind of feels like Scotty on a leaderboard now for a couple of years.
No, yeah.
Like it's meaningful. You're always kind of wondering where he is. Doesn't matter. Like show him swinging, show him hitting it a foot from the hole. Because
did Brooks trick us all? Did we all at one point think Brooks was going to be like, okay, the big game hunter has been activated? And then he just kind of, he's finished T12 plus 6 over, which he's not been in good form. So really that's better than I thought he would finish, but man, just gets to the best of him.
He doesn't look like he's been practicing or working out.
He's a little pudgy.
A little bit.
He's a little big.
Wait,
what
happened? What happened to him after his first round? He came out on Friday and he had shaved all his facial hair.
Yeah, well, he
came out Thursday and he had like a mustache and a little goatee, and he came out and he shot 200. And he comes back on Friday and he's like clean shaven. It's like, what's going on here?
Well, speaking of clean shaven, Jewel, I'm just throwing stuff up here. Let's give a shout out to our guy George. How would you guys pronounce this? DUANGMANEE. Dwayne
Johnson.
You've already lost me.
It's George.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
DUANGMANEE. Dwangmani. George Dwangmani. Firing 35 over to anchor the field through 2 days. So I would like to go shot for shot, but so George coming in 35, and after that, clearing the bottom of the field by 12 or by 8 shots. There's 3 guys at 27 over, so more power to him.
What's pretty surprising? Scotty actually, putting wise for the tournament, gained strokes on the field. It wasn't much. It was like 0.60, but
yeah, it was just those shorties.
He had a weird tournament where he had like a really good putting round in round 2, and then but he like lost like strokes gained off the tee, and then like it kind of flipped, I think, today where he couldn't make any putts, but he was striking it pretty well.
Yeah, he had a few vicious power lips. Weird stuff. And then just some of it, Bryson missing the cut. Like you said, Mr. Golfberg, you were on that early. It didn't seem like you just couldn't do it. Everyone said we'll believe it when we see it, but you could not bomb and gouge this golf course and get away with it. It was just impossible.
By the way, I started laughing earlier because you mentioned Carlos Ortiz, and I can't think of anyone else in this golf tournament that like everyone was like really hoping was not going to win this U.S. Open. I can't think of a worse like U.S. Open winner. Carlos,
it would have been a tough scene, but I wasn't overly concerned, but there was a little worry coming in there. Ludwig, a little disappointed with him. You know, he started super hot too and just kind of imploded. Phil with doubling 2 of his last 3 holes to miss the cut in his last US Open. It's classic Phil.
Is it he's got one more, right?
I think this was his last one.
That was the last one. Yeah.
I thought he got a 5-year exemption.
No, that not to
For,
this was
for
his
winning
last.
for winning the PGA.
Yeah, for those 2002, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know, but he said this was his last one.
Okay.
Confirmed.
Yep. But what else?
He'll get a special exemption.
Let's talk about the greens for a second. Not to like, is that the coolest part of Oakmont? Really, is just like the massive square greens. These things that are you could fit. Did you see that thing that? Yeah. So okay, I saw that graphic they threw up that you could fit the first 7 greens at Pebble on the 9th green alone. So it's like just shit like that's wild.
There are some camera views where like someone will be putting on one of these massive square greens, but because there's no trees and you can see the next hole, you can kind of see the next green. It looks like they might just be on a gigantic green and there might not be anything else on the golf course, which is the coolest thing ever. And there's this tiny little hole in this abyss of hills and it's awesome. The square greens are some of the coolest things around. I mean, obviously because it's pristine, it makes it even more just impressive. Like every inch of those massive greens are just in perfect condition. So yeah, it's just such a unique course. It's really fun to watch.
Yeah, I kind of on that. I guess what Julian, I'm not gonna just regurgitate that take, but I did like watching it, but it's like I almost like the idea of it more than the execution of it. And I think it was just more because of the slop fest.
Yeah.
That wet mud just everywhere. But no, I mean, it is sick. Let's just do this. Let's just do the exercise because everyone wants to just put it on record. Seriously. Normal conditions, meaning like not the rain day, but you're just out there. It's relatively dry. Set up how it is. Let's call it on Friday. What do you honestly think you shoot if you get let's say you get 4 cracks at it. Let's say you're playing a tournament. Let's do your mean, medium, and mode there. What do you think? You know, what do you honestly think you could shoot? Who wants to take it first?
From the deep tees?
Yeah, from the setup. I said Friday. I don't know why. I just meant the weather of Friday. But
how many yards was that playing?
He was like 7,300.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. Like, I would like to think, I could see where you could just, like, for me, like, let's just say, okay, let's say you're a scratch to a +2 handicap. I would like to think if I played it 4 times, I could flirt with 80 one of those rounds. But I also know that would be the day that you were really hitting it great off the tee and just conceding anytime you hit in the rough, just almost treat it as a lateral hazard. And you're just hitting a lob wedge back and you're playing it again. And then I get it. You're going to miss the green and then you're going to be chunking out. But I would think the scoring average 86 is what I would probably say. I would say 80. It's just hard for me to, because you're going to hit like, I don't know, if there's 14 fairways, I feel like you're going to probably hit 5 to 7, you know, even if they're narrow. And if you hit the fairway, like for competent golfers, you're going to like hit some of those greens. You're going to putt to, like, I just don't believe the whole you're going to.
Don't forget about the 300-yard par 3 you got to deal with.
But and I get it. And when I said the mean, I said the 86 is what I don't think that's too over the top. I'm not saying you wouldn't have a day where you might take 2 nines.
86, really?
I think, yeah. I think I could. I think an 86 would be possible.
Par 70?
I think that's what, when you say it like that, I know your ego. I mean, I get it. Like there's guys shooting 78 that are the best players in the world, but I'm just saying they played in like the rain. I'm just saying like normal conditions.
You know, this has been a fun exercise, but you're more of like our British Open guy. Like if we were going to send a guy overseas and you'd be our guy hitting shots, using the turf, playing the wind. If we have a US Open guy, I'm pretty sure it's Jewel in the bottom quadrant there on my Zoom view. Jewel, break it down real quick.
Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, the first number that came to my head was 94. Like, I would be so stoked with a 94.
You really believe that you'd a rig shot 110 there from the tips?
Yeah,
it's like, dude,
but Rick, I don't know, man. That dude plays like 6 times a week.
I know, but I get it. But like, could you shoot 94? Yes, I truly think if you went, and you were hitting your ball, your driver decently off the tee, you would shoot in the 80s.
I would just be even if I hit the ball. Let's say I hit 9 fairways, then you've got to fucking deal with 40 to 50-foot putts over 3 ridges.
Well, I mean, you get a caddy. You
Those
get a
greens
great
have
caddy.
so much contouring.
Oh, you get a caddy this time.
Yeah,
you get a caddy, huh?
That changes
If I got a caddy, that changes so much on that score.
Is this a 4 caddy?
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot a 98.
See, Jewel, I know I set you up, but I actually want to answer this question. I actually think if you play disciplined golf to break 90, you could do it every time.
100%.
It's mini burner off the tee. It's like doing my slap, like controlled iron, and I'm almost playing to the front of the green. I'm gonna try to get up and down a bunch of times, hopefully chip it close. But I'm just playing to like make a lot of bogeys.
Yeah, if you literally said disciplined golf. If you went into it and saying if you
these
said
fairways aren't your general like these fairways are pretty narrow, guys.
Mini burner.
But if you just barely miss a fairway, you're in like a foot of rough. Like, just need to reiterate that. Like, and then
I'm just saying.
By the way, once you get up to the green, if you do hit the green, like Jules said, like you're putting over Mount Everest on every hole.
I just think if you went into it with the Golfberg's mentality of like, I'm not trying to bite off more than I can chew here. I'm every par 4 is a par 5.
Exactly. And every par 5 is a par 5 and every par 3 is a par 3. You just have to.
And you just go into it and if you miss the fairway, like you said, you're going to get the super bone one occasionally, but for every one of those, you'll get one that you can advance down 100 yards. And then you got a wedge in your hand into the green. You hit the green 2-putt and get out of there.
I feel like I'm shooting 82.
It's like people say at Augusta. Like, I truly think this is not like Augusta, but I think if any, well, Adam, I'll exclude you. Sorry, but if any 3 of us were playing decent golf, I know you could score well at Augusta National. Like, I know, and everyone's like, oh, those greens. I'm like, I'm just saying, like, if you had a caddy and they told you where to putt it, yeah, you're going to probably have a 4-putt and like maybe a 3-putt, but you're also going to like putt. Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be a couple shots, not 20 strokes. Now that rough there, I could see where you could maybe accidentally take like a 12, if you just like get in the wrong spot and hack it. But to your point,
I thought we were playing double bogey limit.
Oh yeah. If it's double bogey max, I'm going down to 83.5 scoring average.
No, but that's a good comp. Like you asked me the same question about Augusta and non-tournament tournament conditions, but non-tournament pressure. Like I can go shoot for sure, break 76 at Augusta. I think.
Hell yeah.
But Oakmont, dude, look, I hit 60% of fairways on normal golf courses. That's what, 8 fairways at Oakmont. So I got 6 fairways I missed that I'm in a foot of rough. That's a 5, 6, or 7, no doubt.
Yeah.
So that's already that's 6 holes that I'm anywhere from 8 to 12 over. Not even thinking about the par 3s.
Man, that 300-yard par 3. It didn't play. You know what the thing is? Like we said, there was really nothing exceptional happened on that hole. Guys, they either parted or
fairly benign green.
Let's go through everyone we know and figure out what they would shoot there.
What would Pop G shoot there? Could he medically survive?
He would not. He'd be helicoptered off the course on hole 7.
Not bad.
Not bad. He'd probably make a hole in one on the first par 3, then he'd be carted off.
Maybe easy hole.
All right, we can cut this segment.
No, man.
This is silly.
Right.
Adam, I mean, what do you think?
He's
what do you
mad.
think you'd shoot?
I mean,
if Riggs shot 110, what do you think?
I feel like you're better than Riggs, Adam.
105. Why not?
Dang, really cut it. You went after it.
Yeah.
Oh man, I would have so much KT tape. If they called us and they're like, "Hey guys, guess what? You get in the media round tomorrow." I would wear like 4 things of KT on both wrists. Like,
hell yeah,
they would be locked. Just like couldn't
Get them
even
as our
move
sponsor.
couldn't even move.
Yeah, we'll find out what some of the media members shoot tomorrow. So
No media day.
Yeah,
Nice.
bitches.
Is
So
JJ Spawn Brian Harmon 2.0?
Yeah, well, I think he's a little cooler than Brian.
That's what I'm
Harmon.
saying. Upgrades.
Oh yeah,
like it's like in Matrix Part 2 when all of a sudden he's like, oh, these agents can kind of fight. Upgrade.
It's nice, good, nice reference. JJ also, that's a lock for the Ryder Cup, isn't it? It's got to be. He was already like 13th on the list, so now he's definitely. But not really the best Bethpage course fit. But because Bethpage can be bomb and gougey, and it's brute and long. But then again, this was soft and long, and he won. But it's a little bit different of a test than the Ryder Cup.
He's staring down Rory. He's staring down Victor. I mean, he might go up against Hovland. He won't be intimidated at all.
God, yeah, JJ's our secret weapon. Putting him up against Rahm. I've conquered him.
He should shave his beard just like Rahm. It's pretty close.
Well, guys, any other side stories we want to Rory and Wyndham got a lot of publicity. Wyndham, what's his nickname? Adam Pig Fucker. What's his name?
Blow Pig.
Yes, I was calling Pig Fucker. This is a kids program, damn it.
Yeah.
Blow Pig. So he broke a locker at Oakmont. He was throwing. I wish I knew the handle. I TikTok got pushed me today. If I find it again, I'll post it. This guy has the best edit of Wyndham's one-on-one interview about mental health and about how strong he's gotten, because of course everyone's so strong after they win a major and all the work he's done with a sports psychologist, and it's just overlaid like his face cut out, of him saying the quote, and then it's just fucking him doing the exact opposite of the whole time at Oakmont. It's the greatest thing. But yeah, he's just, I know it's their profession and they care, but also it's like, oh man, I've never been a fan.
There's a lot of people out there losing their minds, man. I'm actually surprised Hatton didn't just burn the whole place down. He's
still good.
Yeah.
So is Rory's act getting a little bit is this did we come in full circle on the either die the hero or become the villain thing here? Because
maybe Rory did all that we asked him to do, and he's just like, back off. I just think he's over it. And it worked for the Masters, so he's probably locked in now. I don't think he cares anymore.
I know, but maybe he doesn't care so much to where it's a little bit. He has to care, but he broke the USGA sign. That guys,
That's great.
Maybe he's going to live.
The boomerang club throw to the bag.
Yeah, the boomerang club throw today was insane. You guys saw it, right? Where he threw it off the bag and it Thor hammers right back to him.
But Adam, you're right. Now's the time to go to live.
Oh, dude, get a bag.
Dude.
And
yeah, just get that 500 mil. Well, Adam, you're talking about end of the tour. You said there's a signature event next week?
Yeah. I mean,
I don't even know how you can be medically cleared for a signature event next week after playing this.
Yeah, if you made the cut, I don't how do you even play? How do you play 4 rounds next week at the Travelers? And then that course, they've got
any of us wake up and go to work tomorrow. Let's be honest.
Well, I'm on vacation, but I guess but I'm doing this on vacation because I care. About the brand so much.
A little Father's Day vacation, which is probably exactly what you asked for. I bet if you could have picked anything that you were going to do on the day to honor you as a father, it'd be go to a condo in Florida with your in-laws and some extra kids too. There's probably some aunts and uncles around, maybe more kids than just your kids, and just kind of
lock yourself
in a room and have some family time and some fun movie time and popcorn. That's Father's Day.
Yeah, that's all.
Brunch? Did they wake you up this morning and make you breakfast in bed?
I'm not gonna lie. I woke up before they all got up and went to the golf course.
I did. Well, you have to. You realize that you have to.
You have to. But we got back early, so then all that other stuff happened afterwards.
I feel slightly less cynical than I did when we started the pod. You guys have put me in a better mood. I appreciate that. I am wondering a little bit about Father's Day. Like, how did it come to this, and kind of who's it for in a certain way? I mean, I know it's supposed to be for us, but like, here's just the general conceit of my idea. It's like Mother's Day. They decided that we're gonna have Mother's Day, and it makes sense. And we're gonna honor these moms, and it's flowers, candy, it's brunch. Wake them up in the morning. It's like grandma's coming over. All kinds of stuff is happening. It's family time, and that truly makes moms happy. And I think like the Hallmark executives were meeting, and the moms against whatever truck driver meeting, and it's going like, hey, let's just do this for dads. That it's logical. Like,
Yeah.
there's a mom day, let's just have a dad day, and it'll be the same thing. We'll wake them up in the morning, and we'll fucking force a brunch, and we'll have the in-laws come over.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's like men are from Mars, women are from Venus. I bet if men created what Father's Day was supposed to be, it wouldn't look like this Hallmark holiday. That's just an idea.
So yeah, like we should be able to co-opt it back from a man's perspective of what that day should look like. And for me, selfishly, it just comes at a weird time, like just too much going on, man. You got for me, you got Mother's Day right after that's my wife's birthday. Then it's like then my dad's birthday. Then it's Father's Day, and then right after that's my two kids' birthdays. And by the way, my birthday is later in July, and I'm like fucked because now there's like 7 things that happen that I don't really care about that much until my birthday, and I just no one even cares anymore.
Yeah, well, that's a lot of personal stuff. But most of the last like these gifts, like, are you? Honestly, my favorite thing for my kids is the stupid shit they make me. It's always the same. I don't care how old they get. I just like when they make me something. Like, you don't have to buy anything.
Just make
like,
it.
What did dads want? Like, as a matter of fact, what I was thinking is like, what am I going to be spending money on in the near future? Golf balls. Definitely get me these exact golf balls, and don't give me the ones you think it's TP5, and you can go TP5X if there's like a design you really like. I'll deal with the X if you can get a cool logo on there, but just stay in the lane. Give me, because I'll spend money anyway. Let's save money. That's where my head's at. I don't know.
You know what I can't square is like they had Father's Day like 30 years ago when like dads literally didn't do like anything. I mean, like
what was that like?
Yeah, go hug your father. Get the fuck away from me.
I'm about to drink some more beer, boy.
Yeah,
it's crazy. No, I was telling some guys this morning. It's like, man, if somebody told me what Father's Day should be, I feel like I should be going to play golf. I'm not. I've got my kids at the pool, and sure, Melissa will never listen to this, so it doesn't matter. Like, she's doing a lot of the work, but also I have 2 kids on me in the pool, and the U.S. Open's on at the house, and I'm not watching it. And I think Father's Day is more of like a family day, is what it's become.
Yeah,
which great, but
you know what else is family day? Like
all day,
every other Saturday and Sunday's family day
of the week.
But we do it for the kids.
Golf is a must. The funniest thing too is like just the bros like texting you Happy Father's Day. It's like, Happy Father's Day to you too, man.
Yeah, let's
like, right back, brother.
Let's get litty.
What are we doing?
I had like and this like I had my uncle, like not your dad, but a different uncle text me at like 6 o'clock in the morning, and like we don't talk, and he's just like Happy Father's Day. It's just like
fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, you too, brother. Hell yeah, we're in the tribe now. But I hope he did have a great Father's Day. He's an awesome guy, but
it's the biggest tribe. If dads ever got together, we could really take over.
Oh yeah, we could make women do whatever they want with their body.
You know what else is great on Father's Day now? It's like all the guys that text you about Father's Day, they also now feel inclined to say something about the golf course or the tournament because we're doing this. They're like, "What do you think about the golf tournament?" I'm like, "Fuck, I don't really want to do this."
Happy Father's Day, and man, isn't Hatton cool?
Yeah.
Don't you love watching him?
That logo is so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude,
Fireball logos.
It still it throws me off when people just like out of nowhere just like say Happy Father's Day to you. Like today I was out in the yard with my kids and like just some lady was driving by and she was just like Happy Father's Day to you. And I was like, Happy Father's Day to you. I was
yeah.
I was like, yeah.
You never know.
These ain't mine.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are they presuming? It's a lot of presuming. I thought we weren't doing that in this society.
Yeah.
Maybe you're just co-raising as a human male adult.
Yeah,
but
just
not actually
yeah, that would
fathering
be. Yeah, I just got these ones I'm co-raising as
as a human.
male adult. Oh, I think the pod's officially gone off the rails. All right, has anybody got any other?
It's like,
We're
I'm wondering, who's the
why
guy,
we do
Sam Burns?
this.
Does he have
Oh, yeah.
kids?
I think he just had one, right?
Ah,
He-
damn. I
he-
was hoping maybe he didn't, because that's why he's fucked up. And you have to have kids to win the U.S. Open. So good job,
Good
JJ.
point, though. I would tell you this as a dad now. Of like, it's funny how you try not to be this guy, but it was like when I had one kid, everyone else had two kids. Like Aaron, Julie, you didn't yet, but Aaron, Adam, you had two
Yep.
kids, or Adam was going on, and yeah, you had two kids before me. And like the two kid parents, you could tell like had a disdain for the one kid parent of like, oh, you don't, like, this isn't. You think
You're a
it's hard,
loser.
but this is nothing. Now that I'm a two kid parent with the kids getting older, I look at the people that just had kids and they're like, "Happy Mother's Day, Happy Father's Day." I'm like, you ain't done shit yet. Like you haven't earned this day. So yeah, like it is funny how that bill comes forward, but
Yeah, why do
I
you
do
get
think
Father's and Mother's Day right out of the gate? Should it like vest over like 4
yeah.
years, like
Yeah.
stock or something? Like take it easy, year one. You haven't. What have you done? What have you
Oh
done?
my god, I remember. Yeah, I remember. Well, and that's another thing. Like the first Mother's Day is a big deal. Like, oh, get mine, but for the first Father's Day, it's
My
just
first
like,
Father's Day was like 3 weeks after my daughter was born. So yeah, like I didn't earn that, but
Yeah,
it
mine was
was
the
given.
same.
Thanks, Hallmark.
yeah, mine. I had to. Yeah, that's the problem. These July kids I got, I had to wait the whole year to cash in.
Kids, man.
All
Get you
right. Anybody
Hey, I
else?
got a couple of questions
Yeah.
on the golf tournament.
Okay.
Do y'all?
Oh,
I,
back to
I
Which
that.
tried to look
one?
this up before
Which
uh
are we talking?
the Travelers. Is that in Connecticut? Um, hey, so do y'all? I meant to look this up before you got on, but has anybody ever gone on to like shoot 40 on the front nine in a major championship and then win?
That's a good
Yeah.
Because
question.
that's
Ti-
pretty
ti-
sick, right?
Tiger did it at Augusta the first time he won. Remember, he shot 40
Oh,
on the front
that's a
nine of
good
day one, though.
day one, not on the Sunday, but that's
Still,
a
though,
yeah. Yeah, probably not on a Sunday, but yeah, we'll get.
you weren't clear enough with your question, Jewel. I feel like I stumped you.
That was
100%.
Okay, thank you.
But seriously, I think we all were started chatting around number 2 when Spawn hit the pin, sucked
Mhm.
it off the
Yeah.
green after he hit the
Oh,
pin, and
yeah.
he got completely boned. I think Adam mentioned like how he got boned on that shot, and then he had 3 more bogeys on the front nine, and then he just went and reeled them off on the back nine. I mean, that's some pretty big bones.
I actually
Yeah.
think pins are useless other than you need to be able to
Seriously.
see where it is. And when we can invent a hologram that can like deal with daylight, that will be the coolest invention of all time. A pin has never helped anyone in the history of the world. It's the worst. And today, I had a 30-foot birdie putt, and I was gonna tell him tend it, but I just didn't. And it was not good. It's not one of those ones that went fast and bounced out. It was a joke. It just
Mm.
trickles in and just boo, just bounces off the thick rubber
What'd it
fucking
do?
whatever. Boo-boo.
But
And
just think
I
about all
counted it, though. I
the
mean, I didn't really,
just
but
think about all the hole in ones though have been made with like a pin where it just like ran right straight down in the hole from the pin. I mean,
nah,
no.
he was
Yeah,
going.
I'm sure Pop G out of his 7 that he's had probably one of them to the pin,
in
right?
lieu
It
of
kicks him out.
the hole, not or the flag, not because of it, right?
I hate
I
pins.
I can guarantee you that my hole in one last year had nothing to do with the pin.
No,
Well, it was
the
just
pin
a
tried to
steel
kick it
cup.
out
Ding.
and make the
Clank.
hole
But
deeper
seriously,
so it can't bounce
Instead
out.
of throw
I
that
want
in
like
there.
a 2-foot hole.
Oh,
thanks.
well, you could
So
do
like
the
where you have to like really get down there to get your ball out.
well, Mr. Golfer, you're getting close to the Andy Johnson model of he doesn't like if you have a blind kind of approach and they'll use the taller flags so you can see the top of it, he thinks those should be banned. That like it should just be a home course advantage that you just know where the green
Yeah.
is. You
Well,
just hit.
we should have putting green pins on all golf holes anyway. Yeah, I agree.
That'd be
Andy
sick.
Johnson.
How weird would that be? I wonder, like just like the optics of it, of your depth perception. If you were just these like 9-inch little flags or sticks from 200 yards out.
Xander might start just like beating everyone though. our short kings. That might be good for them. I don't know.
Could be. Jewel, any more questions? I like that.
Yeah, any
one.
more questions, Jewel?
Do y'all think that Rory's Masters win just deflated the majors for the rest of the year? I mean, like the PGA sucked. Let's be honest.
What's
That
the
was
PGA?
boring as hell.
Yeah.
True, but it sucked. And then this week was just not
it's
great.
definitely going to be impossible to live up to.
Yeah, that was an epic moment.
Yeah, but I do
Yeah.
think this one at least had a lot more juice around it. Like we said, like just the normal folks we know were at least fired up about Oakmont. And everyone wanted Carnage, but then people didn't like the way the Carnage came, I guess. I don't know how else do you do it? I mean, you do it with foot long rough to where if you're in it, like you could just be, eliminated. So I don't really know what else people expect.
But
You
yeah,
think
I
the USGA is going to get like nuked tomorrow?
they
I think
shouldn't.
I
It was
think
an
there's
awesome
a lot
tournament.
there's a lot of players that are going to like.
But there was
Pussies.
nothing.
Really?
But there
unleashed.
was nothing gimmicky about the course. Like there wasn't like the pin that people like the Shinnecock pins, right? Like where people you couldn't hold the green or whatever. Maybe it could have been that way if the greens were firm. I guess what would their criticism be? Like the rough should have been 4 inches instead of 5.25, or if I missed the fairway left on 9, I shouldn't be in the Donald Trump fescue. I should be like just in normal rough. I mean,
There weren't enough people on their hands and knees clipping the fringe with scissors. I think that might be their complaint.
Yeah,
No
I mean,
enough
I
fades.
No one's
definitely
ever tried
think-
harder to deliver a golf course, and I think they did a phenomenal job. Pros complaining it's a joke. JJ Spawn's not complaining. None of the dudes who actually had a chance to win are complaining. They're mad at themselves. Like Hatton was so fucking mad at himself. He's like, I just gave this away. Adam Scott is he just couldn't drive the ball. And remember,
Yeah.
DJ, when he won, he was hitting him on a rope up the middle of you have to drive it in the fairway. Sam Burns did, and then he got boned on that bad call. But other than that,
you brought up DJ, and I know the weather was better, but man, he really put on a driving clinic compared to these guys.
there.
Yeah, like he just hit
dude.
that. Yeah, like nobody was. Now again, the weather today was.
But
more
But Andrew,
difficult.
what won the tournament? That drive on 17.
Yeah,
I mean, just a
Yeah.
perfect.
no,
in-play
that's
drive.
true.
But you know what? It is an asterisk for DJ. He had some help. He had some help. He had the white
TIA.
stuff. He had the
No one was falling down this leaderboard.
Yeah.
No one was helping JJ.
All good. All right, gentlemen. Anything else? Going once. Going twice.
How does he
Going
spell his name?
twice.
Jayjay?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
SPAWN.
That's
I keep trying to
dude.
get the JJ respawn thing out, but like nobody's taking the bait, so I guess it sucks. But it's like he was dead, and then the
Yeah.
weather delay, and then he respawns. So like for maybe the Zoomers that listen to
That
this,
works.
that they would be like, "Oh my god, he respawned!" But everyone else just not a fan.
What did he shoot on the back nine,
That's-
Jewel? He shot
32.
32?
That's like one of my rounds.
Yeah. Well,
You
yeah,
usually
it's
start with the 32.
Yeah, you're right. It's the opposite of one of my rounds.
Mm.
Guys, that was fun.
Yeah, this was a great. These reactions were raw, organic, just how we
Fresh.
like it. Fresh. I forgot fresh. All right, guys, I'm checking out from the Gulf of America here. I got to go be a real patriot out at the beach.
America.
First time at the Gulf of America since the rebranding. You know
Does it
what?
feel different?
It's the exact same, but there might be a little bit of patriotism in the air.
Hell
Who
yeah.
could say? But all right. So for Goldie, for Adam, for Jewel, for Mr. Golfberg, 3 time zones coming live right after the US Open. Congratulations to JJ Spawn. We will see you next week. And most importantly, stay plugged. Peace.
Peace out. Peace out.
Respawning.
Respawning in 3, 2, 1.